subject is alive and moderately healthy. Okay. Alright, you alive and moderately healthy. You, I see you're recovered from our previous talk. How are you doing? Okay, yeah, I deserved that one. But you do have to realize the situation that is at hand. The Galactic Republic is no more. The Jedi Order is no more. We have to adapt with the times, or we become history like those times, except some of us won't be in the history books. So, you're alive, are you feeling moderately healthy? Yeah. Okay. Well, I could get in so much trouble for what I'm about to say to you. Do I have your absolute word that you will not tell anyone what I am about to tell you? I could administer some pain relievers that will allow you to take the interrogations. It was easy with me, wasn't it, compared to everyone else? They still don't trust me to even have a uniform. I'm still stuck in Jedi robes, but what did you just say? You want to know what I meant by... I'm not even going to repeat that. I'm not going to dignify it with a response. What I meant by it is what I said. We need your help if we want to survive this era. And if we don't have your help, then we might not have another hope to lean on. Yes, there are rumors about Amidala's children being force sensitive, but nobody knows where they are. They just vanished, disappeared. We saw her funeral. We heard that her children might have survived. That is it. We have heard absolutely nothing about any of that. Here. Hold on. Deactivate the ray shields. I don't care. Deactivate them. Yeah, tell them what you want. This is my prisoner. High value or not, I have some further questions that I'd like to ask them to get to the root of all of the problems. So if you want to tell management that I'm being outgoing, please do so. Alright. So, relax. The ray shields are down. You look like you're super, super warm. Yeah. And what about here? Yeesh. You're contriving a sickness. Yeah. Yes. I could feel it through the Force first, but sometimes the Force can handle it. Your body is actively fighting it now. You know, everything I said last time, during your interrogation, it was all for show. You are one of the greatest Jedi to ever have wielded the blade and sat on the council. It is simply something I have to do to survive and to remain who I really am. Who is that, you ask? It's a double agent. The Rebel Alliance needed my help, and I was in hiding. Things weren't going great. Like I said, history will not remember me if I go down as just another Padawan slain. Or, I guess, freshly Jedi knighted, but none of that matters now. I stay here so I can feed information to the rebellion. And I can get you in contact with them if you would like. Hold on. What? Yeah, I bet they did say that. You know why? Because it sounded good. Jeez. Try to do one good thing for the Empire. Try to advance yourself as the low-level Inquisitor that you are. And some new soldier tries to run and tell the boss. So how do you feel right now? Safe? Yeah, I wouldn't either. So, maybe just go on break for a little bit because I simply need to check on the prisoner. We have to do this to keep up appearances. The more it looks like we are actually doing something, the better. So, follow my finger as we continue to talk. Now, the rebellion is in very, very early stages. Saw Gerrera's doing his own thing. Yeah, there's some Jedi here and there that are doing theirs. I've heard that Kanan Jarrus is out there somewhere still. Hey, follow the finger. We cannot have anybody realize what we are doing here. Alright, so I'm just going to do this to test your depth perception and make sure your pupils are dilating, or at least that's what it's going to look like on the camera. What do you think? The next time I'm here, I will have a plan to break you out of this prison. And from there, we will find a way off planet. That'll be figured out when the time comes, obviously. But until then, we have to keep this whole charade up. Alright, I'm going to lightly snap my fingers, and I want you to tell me which side it's on. Correct. Correct. And basically, the plan is to take you out of this place at night. The lights are always going to be on, so it's always going to look sterile and clean in here. But the guards are just slightly less intimidating when it comes to the nighttime. There's not less of them. It's just, I'm one of the Inquisitors that is here. So clearly, they believe nighttime is when you'll sleep, and they don't need to put their top people, like the second sister or the ninth sister, around to watch over you. Alright, I'm going to flutter my fingers, and once again I want you to tell me which side it is on, okay? If it sounds like it's on one side or the other, whether it's behind a little bit or in front, that is up to you if you tell me. Alright. Good. Good. Perfect. Good. Now, I want to test something real quick. I know you've got your cuffs on, which cuts your circulation to the Force, but simply tell me if this probe into your mind, if you can feel it. Ready? Okay. You can feel that. What is keeping you prisoner here? There's no way that it's those handcuffs. There's no way it's the ray shields if you can feel my presence through all of that. Well, no ray shield, of course, but that can't be it. You are. Wait, what? You're gathering information on the Empire from the inside. What information could you possibly be gathering from in here? Yeah, not much, okay. Well, you're going off of our questions, aren't you? Mm-hmm. You're looking for the survivors. You do know that those are kind of everywhere. We've got them on data pads, we've got them in holocrons, we've got them in just literal communications. Yeah. Not your smartest moment, but times are tough, things are hard, and not every one of us is good at everything. So, you're doing what you can, and I respect it. What? You literally just saw me giving the prisoner an exam. So what? Okay. Trooper, are you trying to make me mad? Because if you are, you're succeeding. I am trying to do my job, and you're continually interrupting not only my job, but you're calling into question my authority, my trustability, my honesty. Really? So, what part of Inquisitor do you not seem to comprehend? Mm-hmm. Would it help if I showed you my lightsaber? It won't be through the camera here. It won't be through audio only, no. It will be close and personal. Do you want that? No, I didn't think you did. Yeah. Okay, then I guess either you go take that break, or we're gonna need a new trooper working the security desk. Alright. Good. They're actually quite good at their job. It would be real unfortunate if I had to go and dispose of them. The Jedi way, don't lecture me on the Jedi way. There's nothing left of the Jedi. Remnants, maybe. But they're being hunted down. They're being persecuted. There's nothing. There's only scraps left of the meal. I know you don't want to believe it, but we are in a very turbulent time. Yes, you're in jail, you're cuffed, you're a prisoner of the Empire, but things out there are much worse. A lot of Jedi don't know if they'll see tomorrow, and they're hiding in fear. The thing that we were once taught so heavily not to allow ourselves to feel. It's the only thing keeping them alive. So, I feel like you need to start to appreciate where we're at as an order. The Jedi Order is gone. There is nothing left worth going back to. We have to rebuild. Clearly, what was happening before was not going to work forever, because we got so stagnant that the Sith were able to look at how we thought and analyze over hundreds of years. The High Republic really had us thinking times were peaceful, and they were for a very long time, but didn't mean in the shadows there weren't snakes lurking. Do you have any questions for me about anything we've talked about, though? Okay. Hang on. He's looking again. Let's see. Look over this way. I'll look over this way. Alright. I'll go up here. Yes, it is a band of resistance. It's basically how we are going to make it look like we're not becoming traitors together. Any questions about the plan? Alright, once again, just look at my finger so we can do this. Actually, look at this finger. I feel like we can get away with doing the other side as if it is completely new. Alright. So, we don't really have a leader, per se. There's a few people that are towards the top, but we really, the rebellion doesn't have a strong base right now. That's what we're trying to accomplish here. We hope that one day we can find more Jedi to help us continue. Perhaps even some younglings. If it's true about Skywalker's children, maybe we could train them as well. Okay, seriously? We're going to talk later. Because I can see you. Just because you're a camera does not mean I can't use the Force to see what you are doing. So, we're going to have a very unpleasant talk when I'm done here. You told the Grand Inquisitor that I was here. And what did they say? Same thing as your commanding officers. Yeah, you know why? You know why. Because it's my job to be here right now. How about you? At this point, it almost feels like you're spying on us. And why would that be? Who are you giving information to? That's not the voice of somebody who's innocent. Well, keep watching us. I'm sure you'll find this final moments of this exam super interesting, huh? Since you've found so much of it already interesting. Alright, I'm going to hold up 2 fingers here. And one is going to go down, make a sound. And then one is going to go down, make a sound. What I want you to do is close your eyes. Okay, and then tell me which side you think is moving down to make the sound. Correct. 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 Both sides. Good. Well, I think your assessment is looking very well. Just give you a bump up from moderate to good on your health condition. Because at the end of the day, the Empire does not want... This guy sucks. Okay. The Empire does not want their most valuable prisoner to be only acceptable. So, you know the plan. Raise the ray shields back up. The ray shields. So you watch the whole time, and then look away when I finally need you. Okay. I'll see you in a minute. And I'll see you soon. Okay? On to the next chapter.